Welcome again to the Uncovering Oracle. Before I start the reading, I want to thank the people who listen to my readings and find sufficient alignment with the messages. If you have any questions or you need guidance in the form of coaching, consulting or mentorship, send me an email. All information is noted down below. Please keep in mind all the readings are general readings, this one also, and depending on the energy and guidelines, please take what resonates and leave the rest for anyone else to take. If you like the reading and are interested in more of these, feel free to like, share and subscribe. It will help out spreading the message and growing the channel. This reading again is a smaller version of what I normally do. It is more likely connected to the bigger ones, but these are, so to speak, weekly energies, sometimes too weekly, so to speak, which the cards represents itself, as for the other ones are more monthly based. Readings are also meant for healers, light workers, shamans and chosen ones, especially if you've been in contact with or have seen or heard, in this case, crows the last couple of days. And or if you have seen the angel numbers 111, 1111, 222, 2222, 1144, 144, 333, and or 1212 or 1313. As you can see, there are 3 cards in the middle. The card on the bottom represents the South node, the basis of where you start and what needs attention, and or in which you start going towards the North node. The card on the top. The center card is the center of the reading and holds the central message. All the other cards are supported by. The left side represents the feminine aspects, thoughts, consciousness and every matter related to this, and the right side represents the masculine aspects, taking action, moving forward, etc., etc. So let us dive into the reading, and this is about karma. I hope you can see the card. This card tells us you have done a lot of good work on this planet, and the universe is rewarding you in her favors. Life feels a little easier, a little more colorful and beautiful. You are walking on the path towards Dharma, which creates the greatest karma one can experience. By saying yes to the purpose of your soul, you are saying yes to the greater power of the universe. Continue devoting your life to the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and life will continue to unfold its wonders. I also felt that with this card, ancestors were waiting for you to come in this lifetime to do the work, so they could be freed also from their bondage, so to speak, in the afterlife. They are also here assisting you, helping you to keep pushing you forward to the shadow, and at the same time triggering you and pinching you to do the shadow work, and of course also the light work. We sometimes forget that, but it's also important to mention that, to do light work also. And by assisting you and helping you also, they tend to let you follow the purpose of your soul and being in service of Mother and Father God. And karma is a very broad how do you say it, word, and has a somewhat heavy connotation on it, but we have several types of karma, and these types are different in their measurement, but at the same time also in the way of putting out karma and doing karma. For example, you have akarma and vikarma. In this reading I'm not going to put it out in full, because it would take too long to explain these things. But yeah, in course of what is going on for the listener, karma has so no, let me explain it in another way. You have done the needed work to get some good karma, and now the good karma is playing out for you. So other things are opening up, other dimensions are opening up, and other pathways are opening up for you, so that you can go further and see what your full potential is actually. This brings us to the card on the south node, Shiva. Very beautiful card. Shiva, the divine masculine, with its unwavering strength, stands tall in its embodiment. He is a pillar of wisdom. It is the spark that ignites the fire of creation, the driving force that prospers the universe forward. The first yogi, the greatest devotee of the divine. The true magnificence lies in the union of the masculine and feminine. This can propel forward movement and ensures creative creation can be orchestrated. It does not lie in dominion over Shakti, the feminine aspect, rather being in balance, the yin and yang principle. In the sacred union with the divine feminine, the divine masculine finds its ultimate purpose, transcending mere existence to embody the highest truth. In the sacred stillness of this cosmic dance, seekers find the path to transcendence, and in doing so, you discover the essence of your soul. I felt that with this card also tells us that Shiva and Shakti, the universal masculine and feminine aspects, help and protect you on this journey. There are some people listening who have a special and specific bond with the different expansions of Shiva and Shakti. Shakti, also known as Durga, or another name Kali, and or they could have a specific bond with their true original forms. That is not for all of the listeners, but for some of them, and the listeners who recognize what I'm saying, they know exactly where this reading, or they could indicate where this reading is going toward. On this card also, I forgot to say, the moon is depicted. In Vedic scriptures it is mentioned that Shiva wears this on his head. One of his names is also Chandrasekhar, which means the one who holds the moon on his head. This might indicate for the ones who have an intimate relationship with Shiva that he is much pleased with you, doing good karma, and there he is ready to uncover some secrets to you, be it material or spiritual. It depends on your relationship and what you've been working for. He will help and guide you further. You don't have to do a thing. That brings us to the feminine aspects. Sacred flame. Passion, transformation, and purification. I hope you can see the card and the description on it. What I got from this card is, if it's possible, try fasting for at least 7 days with only fruits and vegetables, or at least vegetarian or vegan food stuff. If possible, you can do a whole day fasting of foods and fluids. That means no no water, no juice or whatsoever, and nothing to eat, so to speak. This could be a little bit difficult for people who never did any fasting. You have to build that up, and don't force it for yourself to do these kind of fastings. It's not recommended if you're not used to it. Also another recommendation is try to meditate and offer your meditation to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You'll feel much lighter, and this will bring something worthwhile to connect with. Be humble, truthful, and honest with whatever you do in this meditation, and also of course in your daily life. Your intentions are crucial in your outcome in this case. This fasting in combination with meditation will open certain nadis in your body, becoming more receptive for your next downloads. Nadis are like chakras, but they are like, how can I say it? They're like strings throughout your body, like blood vessels. But these are energy vessels, so to speak. They transmutate and guide the energy throughout the body where it is needed. This will usher in the needed transformation and purification. It calls for embracing change, allowing the old to burn away. In this, Shiva and Shakti will support you also. They know how to handle the sacred flame of sacrifice and can guide you through it. Well, that sounds big actually, for me also. That brings us to the masculine side of this reading. The Thunderbolt. I hope you can see the description on the card also. Thunderbolt, sudden change, power, energy. This meditation I was talking about and fasting will catapult you stronger into your next phase and will shift powerfully in your life. This will open certain areas in your life which were probably unknown for you in the past, but rest assured you'll find peace, security and harmony. Even though if you are not going to or planning to fast or doing some meditation, this will also bring you towards the next phase. But it will be slightly less intense and in a much slower pace than when you do an opposite towards doing the meditation and or meditative exercises and the fasting. The meditation is not something you have to force yourself into. It has to come naturally. It will pinch you like something you really need to do, but you really don't mind doing it. This will be the basic of the power and energy of the sudden change you will go through. Though it is not mandatory to meditate, it would be advice. If you have any experience with any kind of meditation then I would suggest act on it. If you know, you know. And that will bring us to the North Node card. Adventurer. For the last couple of 100 years, humanity has been fooled in many ways and threatened many of our ancestors and even ourselves. And I'm talking about the Matrix, of course. And the difficulties of breaking the chains of karma and reaching our full potential were hidden, twisted, corrupted, and even demonized for some centuries and lifetimes. The path of truth, Dharma, is a cycle we are opening again for the sake of all souls. This adventurer is fearless and optimistic, though his heart remains light. He or she is open to new experiences, embraces mystery, and enters unexplored territory in every aspect of his or her life with determination. He or she is not dependent on company but welcomes companions as long as they don't hinder the adventurer. Unafraid of risk, he/she blazes a trail through obstacles driven by the stars of possibility. You'll rise above your own restrictions of abilities and possibilities with inspiring like-minded individuals. I think that's clear as water, so to speak. Yeah, the reading is not that long, and I actually don't mind because the cards were very straightforward in what they were trying to tell us. There's something I need to add also. And this is not for everybody. This is for some of the people who are listening and or watching. You've always known that your life purpose was bigger than where you were then and are now. Most likely you had many struggles in life entwined in all aspects of it, which somehow didn't bring you further than a reasonable salary, or of any kind. And in some situations not even that. You always brought a certain amount of wisdom to the table, which was way beyond your years, and the knowledge you possess was something the average Tom and Mary would be envious of. You have had some confirmation in the past by older people who had or recognized this wisdom and knowledge. They were the one acknowledging your worth, being it completely strangers or people who were really authentic. And I'm not talking about the jealous type of person or the hater, but the real and genuine one who could give you this confirmation. Probably also successful in many areas of his or her life. But somewhere in your life you spoke with one or a couple of persons, and in this conversation or in these conversations both of you were talking in depth about many things in life, be it philosophy, be it history, be it spirituality, even business, chemistry or whatsoever, alchemy, you name it. And the other person was probably a little bit older than you. Could have been your mother, your father, or even your grandfather or your grandmother in that sense, if we're talking about age difference. And he or she acknowledged your wisdom, and he or she acknowledged your knowledge and saw your potential. And if you recognize what I'm saying, then this message is definitely for you. And again, please take what resonates and leave the rest for anyone else to take. Don't make it fit your situation or let it rise to your head, please. I'm going to end the reading now. I really hope you'll find something or more things which you can use from this message, or what resonates with you, or even your current circumstances. Whatever you do, stay mindful, stay focused, stay fresh. Until the next one. Bye bye.